everyone, it's me Jenny and welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this very simple over-the-shoulder sling bag. This is a very small one. It fits handphone and card, your small wallet. The measurement, so across it is 5.5 inches. Okay, and from the top down it's about 6 inches. Okay, so this bag right here, crochet all using half double crochet stitch. It is very simple. You can do this one color or you can do the stripe. So for the stripe you can do your own design, and also you can make it longer if you want. So for the material and crochet hook, okay, so the yarn that I use to crochet these both bags, this one right here, Kartopu #1 yarn, anti-peeling. This one right here, the yellow yarn, this is also the same brand, but I do not have the label for this because I use up all the yarn. And based on the website, Kartopu website, this is a bulky weight yarn #5. But for me, this is more like a worsted weight yarn or medium weight yarn #4. It is pretty thin to be bulky weight #5. So I do recommend you, if you want to get the measurement, 5.5 inches across and 6 inches length, I do recommend you to use a medium weight yarn #4. Okay, and for the crochet hook, I'm using 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. Okay, so the reason for using 2.5 millimeter crochet hook is so that the stitches will be firm, tight, and when you put your phone or your wallet in there, it will not stretch, the bag will not stretch. And also you do not need lining for this bag, but you can put lining if you want to. As I mentioned, the stitches are pretty tight and it will not stretch the bag if you use the correct yarn. Okay, so for crochet hook, 2.5 millimeter, and you also need a button. This one right here, it is 1 inch button, but you can use 1.5 or 2 inch button if you want. Okay, and you also need scissors to cut your yarn and also needle to sew your button. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, so we're going to start by making a slip knot. Okay, so once you made your slip knot, now we're going to chain 24. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay, so once you chain 24, now we're going to start round 1. And for round 1, we're going to start by making 2 half double crochet stitch in the 3rd chain from the crochet hook. So this is the 1st chain, 2nd chain, and this one right here, the 3rd chain. So to make half double crochet stitch, we're going to yarn over, hook in the chain, in the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, right here, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Now yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so you made the first half double crochet, and now we're going to make the 2nd half double crochet stitch in the same chain. Okay, so now after you made 2 half double crochet stitch in the 3rd chain, now we're going to make 20 half double crochet stitch. So that means you're going to make 1 half double crochet stitch in the next 20 chain. Okay, 1 half double crochet stitch in each chain for the next 20 chain. Okay, 20 half double crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 20. Okay, so after you made 20 half double crochet stitch, now you should have 1 stitch right here. So in the last stitch you're going to make 4 half double crochet. Okay, half double crochet in 1 chain. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so once you made 4 half double crochet, now we're going to make 20 half double crochet, 1 in each chain. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the half double crochet stitch in the same chain where we did the 20 half double crochet at this side right here. Okay, so now we're going to turn and crochet at the other side. Okay, so 20 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet in each chain. So 1 is going to place it the half double crochet stitch in the same chain where we did the stitches right here. And 20. Okay, so once you made 20 half double crochet stitch, now at the stitch right here, this last stitch, the same stitch where we did the 2 half double crochet earlier of the round, so in the same stitch we're going to make 2 half double crochet. Okay, so 1 and 2. Okay, so done. Now we're going to slip stitch in the first half double crochet stitch right here. Okay, the first half double crochet stitch, slip stitch, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so round 1 is the only round where we're going to do increase, and for the rest of the round we're just going to crochet in a round. Okay, so round 1 you should have total 48 stitches. So now for round 2 until round 10, each round you're going to start with chain 1 and you're going to make 48 half double crochet stitch, and basically you're going to make 1 half double crochet in every stitch. No increase for round 2 onwards. Okay, so go ahead and finish up crochet round 2 until round 10, and I'll see you once you're done. And also I do recommend you to do 1 stitch slip stitch forward every 2 rounds that you crochet. This one right here, as you can see, all my slip stitch is at this side, and as you know, if you crochet around and all the slip stitch, it will gradually show slanted to the side. And what I do to not make it happen is after every 2 rounds of slip stitch, I'm just going to show you. Okay, so for example right here, this is round 2. So at round 3, if you're done with round 3, the slip stitch will be right here. Okay, it's a little bit at the back and it's not at the side. What I do is I just slip 1 stitch forward to make sure that the slip stitch is at the side. Okay, so for round 2 I'm not going to do that because it's still at the side. But once I'm done with round 3, I'm going to slip one stitch forward to make it the slip stitch at the side. Okay, so I'm going to finish up round 3 and I'll show you how I do this one stitch forward. See you at the end of round 3. Okay, so I'm done with round 3. So now I'm going to slip stitch at the first half double crochet stitch right here. Okay, so as you can see, the slip stitch is a little bit off from the side. So it's one stitch at the back. I want the slip stitch to be exactly at the side. So what I do is I just slip one stitch forward before I start the next round. Okay, just slip stitch, one stitch forward. Okay, so now we're going to start at the side. Okay, so now for round 4 until round 10, as I mentioned, you're going to do the same. Start with chain 1, make 48 half double crochet stitch, and once you reach the end, and slip stitch to start the new round. And after every 2 rounds, just make sure to slip one stitch forward to make sure that all the slip stitches at the side. Okay, so go ahead and finish up, and I'll see you once you're done with round 10. Okay, so once you crochet until you reach round 10, go ahead and slip stitch, okay, slip stitch, chain 1 to secure stitches, and we're going to cut the yarn because we're going to change to color B. I'm going to use this color right here. Okay, so round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so for color B, or also if you want to crochet all in one color, you can just continue until round 20 or longer. As I mentioned, it really depends how long you want your bag to be. So for color B, I'm going to use this color right here, and I'm going to make a slip knot. And now I'm going to start at the side right here, chain 1, and this chain 1 does not count as stitch count. Okay, and now we're going to make 48 half double crochet stitch. Okay, so for the color B, I'm going to do the same pattern right here. I'm going to do 3 stripes of the color B, and if you want make double stripe, you can do that as well. It really depends how you want to design your bag. Okay, so go ahead and finish up. Make 48 half double crochet stitch all the way till the very last stitch right here, and I'll see you once you're done. And also, as I crochet along, I hide the ends of the yarn, so I do not need to weave this in. Okay, so I do suggest you to do that as well. It's going to make it much easier once everything is done. Okay, so go ahead, finish up. I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you're done round 11, you made total of 48 half double crochet stitch around. Now go ahead and slip stitch at the first half double crochet stitch right here, and now we're going to chain 1 to secure stitches, and we're going to cut the yarn. I'm going to follow the same pattern right here, where I'm going to do 1 round of color B. Okay, so if you want to make 2 rounds of color B, you can do so. Just continue make another round of color B, but for me I'm going to do 1 round of color B at every 2 rounds of the color A. Okay, so now cut the yarn, and I'm going to repeat the same as how I did right here. Make a slip knot, and we're going to start at the side right here. As you can see, this is where I did the slip stitch. It's a little bit at the side, at the back. I'm going to start right here. Okay, so now we're going to chain 1. Chain 1 does not count as stitch count, and we're going to make 48 half double crochet stitch around. We're going to make total 2 rounds of the color A before we change to color B. Okay, so round 11, 1 round of color B. This is round 12, 13, color A. Round 14 is color B. 15, 16, color A. 17, color B. 18, 19, and round 20. Okay, total 20 rounds. Okay, so go ahead and finish up until you reach the last round right here, round 20, and I'll see you once you're done. Okay, so once you crochet until you reach round 20, this is how it looks like. Or as I mentioned earlier, you can crochet it longer if you want it to be longer. For me, this is perfect size to put the phone and wallet. Okay, so once you're done round 20, you're going to slip stitch at the first half double crochet of the round right here. Okay, and now as you can see, the slip stitch is at a little bit off from the side. I'm going to slip stitch 1 stitch forward, and okay, so now this is at the side. Okay, so now we're going to do the string for the bag. This one right here, it is 43 inches long, but of course you can make it longer if you want, or shorter if you want. Okay, so just go ahead and chain according to the length that suits you. And for me, as I mentioned, I'm going to make 43 inches long. Okay, so go ahead and finish up, and I'll see you once you're done with your string chain. Okay, so once you make your chain for the string, and as I mentioned earlier, you can make it longer or shorter. For me, I made from this end all the way to here, this one right here, 43 inches. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch at this side of the bag. So we started right here, and now we're going to slip stitch right here. Okay, just going to eyeball and slip stitch at the side stitch right here. Okay, slip stitch. Okay, so now you're going to chain 1 to secure the stitches, and you're going to cut the yarn. Just cut it about 5 or 6 inches, just enough for you to weave in end. Okay, so you're going to grab your needle and you're going to weave in this tail right here. Okay, so you can use a smaller crochet hook if you want to, or you can use needle. Okay, so you're going to make a single knot to make sure it's really secure, and you're going to weave in the tail or the yarn. and this is how it looks like inside. I'm going to tidy this up. So done. This is how it looks like. You can stop it right here if you do not want to add the button. I'm going to show you how to do this one right here. Is very simple. You're just going to make a 6 inches chain, and you're going to tie it at the back, and the button is at the front. So we're going to start by making this one right here. This is about 6-inch chain. So what you're gonna do is you grab your yarn and you're going to make a slip knot, but you're going to leave about 3 inches tail right here. Okay, you're going to make your slip knot and you're going to chain 36 chain or 6 inches of chain. Okay, it really depends how tight or how loose you crochet. So 1, 2, 5, 36. Okay, so I chained 36, and let's check whether it is 6 inches. Yeah, so from one end to one end, it's about 6 inches. It's a little bit off, but that's okay. So now you're going to cut the yarn and cut it about, you're going to leave it about 3 inches length from the last chain to right here. Okay, so now what you're going to do is going to put, it really doesn't matter which one is the front and which one is the back at this moment because both sides looks the same. So you're going to bring both of this tail to the inside of the back. So you're going to use your crochet hook to pull the tail right here, and you're going to leave a gap about 4 stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you're just going to eyeball the middle. Okay, so now you're going to pull both of the tail, and you're just going to make knot to really secure. Okay, I'm going to make triple knots. Okay, so now you're going to cut this off, or you can weave this in if you want to make it tidy. For me, I don't really mind because it's going to be inside of the bag. So just cut it off like that. Okay, so now you're going to sew the button on this line right here. This is round 17. Okay, so use your needle and you're just going to eyeball the middle right here. Okay, so that's all for now. I do hope you find this tutorial easy to follow. If you have any question, leave your question at the comment section down below. I'll try my very best to reply. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and share this video with your fellow crochet friends. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.